Bayo, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay, great, great. Yeah, so because I'm suspecting probably might have networking login. I wanted you to be on LinkedIn so that the last time I think people on LinkedIn didn't hear me at all. So
Okay.
I thought it would be best that you are on LinkedIn so that if we run into any issues, yeah, I'll be able to know.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
So we're just
do I log
we're
into
just
the
gonna
Zoom as well, or just stay here?
um if it works for you, you can be on the Zoom as well. That would work.
Okay, I'll try and log in. I just keep it mute.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, yeah, that actually would be a great one because then you're not just you're just there, and if there's anything that I'm struggling with, you can help as well. So thanks for joining in, guys. Really appreciate connecting today. It's gonna be a great presentation. We're looking at LinkedIn, and without much ado, we would like to start. I'm live on LinkedIn, right? Like you can hear me. Bayo, are you there?
Yes, 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 I can.
Okay, sounds good. Let me remove these other ones from stage.
Yes, I
I'm
am.
getting
Can you
my
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Great.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
All right.
Okay, let me share my screen here so that um okay, screen. Okay. So bye. I think you're just joining on Zoom now. So I'll make you a co-host on Zoom so that way if there's anything that you can
Okay.
support with on Zoom as well, that would help. Guys, don't forget to share
All
your
right.
LinkedIn URL. Your LinkedIn URL. Don't forget to share it. It's very important that you also connect in person with people. As I always say, every event is a job fair. You never know who might have information that would help, connect you to the right opportunity. So don't miss this opportunity. I think we have about 60 people joining in for this session. So it's an opportunity to really connect with people in your respective domain. So don't hesitate to introduce yourself, share your LinkedIn URL, offering to connect with anyone who is looking to connect with colleagues and professionals within their location. This is one of the great opportunity you have here today to be able to connect with your colleagues and also see where that could take you, if there will be opportunities that they'll be able to share with you, or there'll be other opportunities that you could work with them. Um, Depends on each person's interest. So share your LinkedIn URL, introduce yourself, let us know where you are calling in from. Okay. So bio on LinkedIn Live, you can also see my screen, right?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Awesome, awesome. So great. I think we can start. So one thing you will help me to watch out for on Zoom, bio, is if there is anybody trying to come in, I may be
Sure.
too focused on what I'm doing where I wouldn't know that somebody is trying to jump in. So just allow them to join.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we have somebody not muted there. Okay, let's keep the introduction going. I can see. Okay, somebody is still talking there. Is it from your end, bio? So I
Yes, it
can
looks like it's
see.
from my end.
Okay, Kamikun from the United Kingdom. We have Yemi from Calgary. Angie, I believe, from Ontario. Bio from Brompton, yeah. Akim from Calgary. Olu from Winnipeg. And Kayode, who has shared his LinkedIn URL. So all the other guys who have also done a little bit introduction in the chat box, please put in your URL there It's an opportunity for you to increase your network in Canada. Hopefully, if you are here in Canada, right? So we're also streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Facebook as well, and as well as on LinkedIn. So you're welcome again. My name is Abiodun Oke. I'm the founder of Share Project and also the founder of the Supply Chain Industry Network, where we are today, connecting with newcomers, connecting even with colleagues who have been here for years. However, they are either in job search or they need some type of improvement to help them in their career growth and career development. Hello to those who are joining on LinkedIn. Um, it's a pleasure to join you guys. Bio, I see something indicating on LinkedIn that maybe my mic is not working on LinkedIn. Can you hear me on LinkedIn?
I can hear you on LinkedIn.
Okay, good, good, good. Because it's flashing something on my side here. As long as you can hear me,
Let me
that's
make
all
it full screen so that I can be looking at it properly.
okay. Yeah, I'm actually seeing it from the StreamYard end of things. So as long as people can hear me, I don't have any issues. So give me a second here. Let's get things started. Okay, use another account. Yeah, this morning when I was setting up, I ran into some issues as usual. I have to switch my laptop. My Zoom was not responding. Yeah, and this type of things, when I'm trying to set up presentation like this, they will always happen. And good enough, I have some time to quickly fix things before the session started. So here we are. I'm going to be talking about LinkedIn optimization today. And I didn't quite do an introduction, but what we are doing today is actually a follow on from what we had done last week. So for those who probably are joining us for the first time, I'm going to talk about, what we do in our network here is the supply chain industry network that we started as far back as 2015. Is a network of foreign trained professionals here in Canada, mostly professionals in the business profession. So when I say business profession, I'm talking about those in supply chain, project management, human resources, business analysis, data analytics. So our focus really is on supply chain project management and operations management. And we support our colleagues with the resources that will help them to integrate economically here in Canada. We realized that when we were starting out in Canada, really these resources were not there, and most of the time people run into folks who are not really who haven't figured things out, and they start dishing out different type of advices which doesn't help those guys, and before you know it, they get derailed. The next 5 years they're still trying to figure things out, when on a good day, between 3 to 6 months, you are actually supposed to have integrated economically here. And not only that, but working in your profession, the profession you left back home. So this is some of the things that we do here to provide those type of resources that help you to integrate successfully here. Give me a second here. Somebody said they're in the waiting room. Bio, can you see the waiting room?
Let me go in
Oh,
there.
I think we have a couple of people there. Okay, maybe I haven't given you the co-host, right? Okay, maybe that's why.
No, because I can't see it.
Okay, give me a second. Let me quickly do that. I think I have another bio here. Is this you? I see just bio. Is that you or somebody
Yes,
else?
that's me. Just buy with the green.
Oh, okay, great,
Buy
great.
with the green.
Okay, so let me give you a co-host. That way you should be able to see people who are joining in. Let me know if you can see it now.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Okay, so guys, continue introducing yourself and sharing your LinkedIn URL. By the time we are done with this session, actually, we will leave the session on for some time. so that you can have access to all the LinkedIn that has been shared here, so that you can use that opportunity to expand your network here in Canada. It's one of the goal of this session, so that you can also see what opportunities you might have to connect with others and to expand your network. So, as I was saying, a lot of people come in and they don't have access to this type of resources, and also to connect with colleagues who can actually direct them, like mentors, people who have actually gone through this type of things before, and they have insights to share to help you connect. And this is the reason why we set up this network. And yeah, we've been doing it for quite some time. We have people across Canada, by the way. We have folks, essentially across the entire Canada. And we can always connect you if you reach out and you're looking to connect with somebody within your respective provinces. And aside from this, I would like to talk briefly about the type of things we do every month. So actually every Saturday. So for the first Saturday of the month, what we'll do is actually to welcome new guys who are just probably this is their first time in Canada. I think we have some noise there. Who is that? Somebody is really disrupting with their noise there. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Silent now. Thanks. So, yeah, I was saying that every first Saturday of the month, we'll welcome new guys, and we did that already. And this is like a second Saturday where we will do a deep dive into a specific challenge or a specific job search related topic. We call it job search roadmap. So job search roadmap is actually doing a deep dive into different types of topics that relates to job search. So it applies across every type of profession, regardless of that profession where you are in. It's not only specific to supply chain or project management. It's pretty much every type of profession out there that would need, this type of resources. And then the third week we do mock interview. So actually, we're planning mock interview for project management and facility management career next week. Hopefully, we're able to get all the support from the mentors. So we'll bring somebody who actually is a practitioner in that field, who will help with our support to deliver this mock interview. Hopefully, helping this person to gain some insights as how to actually convert the interviews into a job offer. And the last week of the month, what we'll do is what we call info session. So info session, generally speaking, is where we will speak about a particular career, or we'll bring a guest to talk about a particular industry trend, or maybe a particular function, like maybe data analytics, for example, things like that. So this is really what we do each month. But we also have other type of activities that we engage in. We have conference, the Industry Connect conference. You can see the one behind bio in the background there. So this is a session we had last year, where we had over 20 speakers. We have lots of workshops. Breakout sessions, and all sort of things to just help you with your career development as a whole. And we're going to be doing that this year as well. Fully planning it for November. And yeah, so that's kind of in a nutshell what we do. But by the way, if folks want to volunteer, this is also a platform for that. This is a platform for you to actually showcase your capability. It's not just enough that you put these things on resume where it doesn't really demonstrate anything beyond just marketing your skills. But if you can showcase it, if through our platform, this is just one solid value proposition for you, or social proof that you could really do the stuff that you're claiming on your resume, and that will take you a little, a leg up above others who probably just have it on their resume but haven't really done it anywhere else, that like can practice it or practicalize it. So this is what we do in our network. So I've said people should continue to introduce themselves. That's know where you are calling in from. Share your LinkedIn URL. Again, every event is a job fair. Okay, how about that? So because you never know whom you're going to connect with, who will lead you to the right opportunity. And this is really what networking is about. A little piece of it. We'll talk about the details later, I guess. So as much as possible, if we can show our face, I honestly encourage that. This is also networking 101. You really want to connect with people for real, not just hide them behind a name. If you really want to build rapport, you want to build connection in this industry, you need to step away from being shy of showing your face. The most effective networking is face to face, but the next to it is this one. But people need to know whom they are connecting with, and that is how it could really be effective. So if you don't have any drama going on in the back end, on your side, I will definitely encourage that you show your camera. So now let's go to the business of the day. Bio, I think I will give you an opportunity to also introduce yourself, because some people are joining us for the first time. They never know about our network, and you might also be able to share about the network from your own perspective, maybe even better than I. So I would appreciate it if you could also introduce yourself and let us know what what you do and how you support on this network.
Okay, hello everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right. My name is Bayo. Okay. My name is Bayo. I'm in Saskatchewan. From background in engineering. Um, and I've been on the network since 2021, I think. Yes. And one of the first things that I joined the network is what we're going to do next week. The mock interview. When I was really searching for roles, I know I participated in the mock interview for the production supervisor role then, and it really helped me be able to understand how to navigate the interview scene in Canada, and I've used that knowledge and experience to work with people. The network has also enabled me to be able to have confidence to speak to people, encourage newcomers. Right now, I work in an electronics manufacturing and electronics assembly plant as a process trainer, stroke industrial engineer. But I've worked manufacturing, project management, Six Sigma. I'm a certified project manager, by the way. Well, basically that's it. The community itself has helped me, and I've met a lot of people, people who I've not seen physically, but I've met them online and we've connected in so many ways. So I'd encourage everybody to please take it serious, volunteer if you can. We need more volunteers, and thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Bayo. I guess there you have it. Let's share my screen now so that we can, focus on the topic of the day. The way this is going to work is the LinkedIn and it's as a tool, right? But before I get into talking about LinkedIn as a tool, we're actually going to look at some of the specific challenges that foreign trained professionals in Canada encounter here. And we will zoom in on one of the strategies that we have always recommended on the job search roadmap. And we will now see how LinkedIn as a tool will help us to implement that strategy. Yeah, I will do some deep dives into one or two things that you could do immediately, to get your LinkedIn optimized. But besides that, we're also going to do a survey. So Bio, I will need your help to share that survey, right? Let me see. I think I probably am showing something else on LinkedIn right now. So Bio, can you see what I'm showing on LinkedIn? So let me.
On LinkedIn, all I'm seeing is you and I.
Oh, okay, really? Okay.
there's no presentation on LinkedIn.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay. So because I just want to make sure that I'm showing the right thing there. Okay. So, but you guys can see my screen here on Zoom.
Yeah,
Can use
yes, we can see your
okay.
screen on Zoom.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So now let me share the same thing here on that I have on the Zoom. Just give me a second here. Yeah, it's funny the way the thing works, but I hope I'll be able to figure it out. Um, let me see screen one, screen two. Okay. Okay, Bayo, tell me what you can see now on LinkedIn Live.
Yes, I can see the screen on Zoom and the same screen on LinkedIn Live.
So you can see the presentation on LinkedIn Live, right?
Right, yes. Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we're doing well. We're doing well so far. Um, yes, I can. Okay, yeah, that's Yusuf. Okay, so yeah, so this is the LinkedIn optimization topic that we're going to talk about. It's actually one of the career transformation topic. So basically, you heard about me already because I didn't go into the details of what I do, but this is the detail. I won't waste your time talking about this again. The work experiences there, the founder of Serial Project Services, specialize in ERP implementation. So my first love is supply chain management, right? But actually, my first love is technology. But then I happened to supply chain, and then I realized that there's actually a place where both meet, and this is really the trend of today. So it's like I saw the future basically when I started on my career in supply chain. I knew technology is going to be the future of supply chain, and it's obvious, or let's say it's no brainer, that this is where I'm now right now, helping to implement technology for companies who are doing digital transformation initiatives. So the platform that I work on is the Odoo ERP and the SAP ERP as well. So that is it. We also have supply chain school. So the supply chain school is where we provide trainings in different areas, be it technology, data analytics, supply chain. Okay, that's enough. So let's move on to the topic here. I'm gonna try as much as possible to slow down because sometimes I could really be fast, but I think the topic of today is not a one where I need to be fast, so that I could be effective in the insights that I will be sharing. So the agenda for sure, we'll talk about a little bit about job search challenge. You already know it. You are the one experiencing it, so you can really speak to it. And mine is just to see how I can, you know, pick out things that you really need to look into that you might be in your might not be something you're already looking at. So we'll look at the LinkedIn impression analytics. So LinkedIn actually show you something to see on your screen, on the LinkedIn application to know how you're doing. So we'll look at that, the different angles, to this analytics, because it gives you a sense of what is really going on. And then we'll do your assessment. So we have a little survey here. So Bio, you have that link, right? You still have that survey link. So Bio will help us to share that link both on LinkedIn Live and also share it here in the Zoom. And once we do that, we'll come back and we'll now look at the result of the survey. Because the thing here is that when you do that survey, it will show you your results on your own hand. It will show you if you pass, if you fail. The pass mark is 80%. It's not really like it's a test. It's just giving you an idea of probably where you're not doing well in terms of your LinkedIn. So you will also have at the end of that survey, you would see a breakdown of where you probably would need to improve on your LinkedIn. So what I'll ask you guys is when you do this profile, just come back here in the chat box where the weakness area or the least optimized area of your LinkedIn. Let's just put it that way. Just type it in the chat box so that we can see that if there's a trend here where it shows us what people are really struggling with when it comes to LinkedIn. I'll also show it on the um, the survey platform, anyways. So we will look at the specific optimization issues. Generally speaking, we'll look at each of those areas. We'll go on LinkedIn to actually look at it. I will use my own profile so that you can see the type of things that you need to be looking at. We'll do some little stuff here to, you know, take your visibility to the next level. Some little things you can do right away, and we'll talk about building your network. So building your network is actually a topic of LinkedIn on by itself. So it's going to be a separate one from LinkedIn optimization. Maybe sometimes in the future we'll sit down and talk about LinkedIn networking, because it's also another area where people are struggling. You reach out to people on LinkedIn and you don't hear anything back from them, right? So it's also another issue. And then after that, we'll talk about question and answer. Actually, I hope that this is something I will be able to do within the next 1 hour so that we just focus on question and answer, because that's where a lot of things might also come up in the conversation. So here are the job search challenges that job seekers are dealing with. Limited professional network. So if you come to Canada, you probably left your home country, you're here now, and then if you look at your LinkedIn, you probably still have all the people that you had back home. Okay, that's not helping, because the people that you really want in your network right now are people who are in Canada, because these are the people who will help you to gain access to opportunities within Canada. So that is one major issue that we have when it comes to LinkedIn challenges, or let's say networking challenges with foreign trained professionals. And if you don't have up to 500, uh, you don't have up to 500 people in your network that are here in Canada, okay, that is also an issue, because then you have limited exposure to the opportunities that are here within Canada. That's kind of the way LinkedIn works. Somebody posts something, they're here in Canada, and then because you are connected with their own connection, you can see that. Especially if their own connection interact with that post, then it becomes visible to you. See? So that's kind of the way LinkedIn works. And so for this reason, you want to increase at a minimum have 500 people within Canada. I'm not saying within your location. I know that would be a big task if it's your location, right? Okay. But at least within Canada, have about 500 people within your network. And the way you can do that already is what you are seeing going on here. If you look at the chat box, people are putting the URL there. So please reach out through those connections that they are putting there. And, you know, try to connect. Don't just stay online. Try to see if you can connect with them in person, especially if they're within your local area, or online via Zoom. That's the least you can do. So the other one is the paperwork intensive job search. This is pretty much how majority of people are limiting themselves when it comes to job search in Canada. Of course, we know the reason why you're so focused on paperwork. When I say paperwork, it's pretty much online job search. Oh, there are probably 100 strategies about how to write resumes, how to write cover letters, and all of that stuff. This is paperwork. Paperwork also has something to do with your qualifications, like the degrees and all of those things, or maybe even industry licenses. All of these are paperwork related. So we're also limited, or we're kind of constrained in this sense, because we don't have Canadian licenses, certifications, even when it comes to resume. It's also that's a major one that I'm talking about here, really, because a lot of people are constrain themselves to just writing online application. And you know what they say out there, right? They say 80% of the jobs are hidden. So if you are focused just only on paperwork approach to job search, guess what? You're only exposed to 20% of the opportunities out there. So, and I will say it in a different way. So you really know why this is very, very critical point is that when you are applying online, right? 80% of the jobs you are applying to online, you're just only helping HR to fill paperwork. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Because a lot of the times, or 80% of the time, and that's what they call the hidden job, 80% of the time, they already found somebody, even if HR posted that job online. So if you're applying to 100 jobs and you're not hearing from everybody, that is your answer. I mean, you're not hearing from anybody. That's your answer. Or you're getting to interview stage and everything looks fine up till that moment where it was time for and say, oh, you did great. Come, this is a job offer. You're not hearing from them. Guess what? This is what is happening. They already got somebody. You're only just filling paperwork. However, they will say to you in the finance way, they would say, oh, you're a great candidate. However, we found somebody who is a better fit. Okay, it's always fun when I talk about this, right? But it is reality of what is going on in the marketplace. The fact is you're filling paperwork for HR most of the time. 80% of the time, let that stick sinking. 80% of the time that you're applying to jobs, you're filling paperwork for HR. That's what is going on. So the last one here, of course, is the Canadian work experience. Of course, a lot of us coming here, we haven't worked in Canada before anyway. So guess what? The employers are asking for Canadian work experience, and the reason is obvious is the cultural differences. That's the reason why they are asking for that. Okay, you worked in some jobs in Nigeria, in India, elsewhere. However, they didn't have any proof that you could actually deliver the same performance here in Canada, right? So guess what HR do to work around that situation? The thing they will actually do is that when they are trying to fill roles, instead of them to actually look for people who are applying online who are foreign trained professionals, they will rather poach people who are already working for an employer. I hope that makes sense. So instead of me to just bring in somebody who just landed yesterday in Canada, how about those guys who are already working for somebody, meaning they already have some proof that they can deliver in Canada? Maybe they have 6 months experience, 1 year experience, and they're working for, let me mention an industry, they are working for Shell Petroleum in Canada for 6 months. I'm working for Suncor. Okay, I would rather get that guy that is working for Shell already because he's really been able to show some proof that they can deliver. Then somebody who just haven't had any experience at all in Canada, no proof. So this is also why we are having this discussion, because you need somebody to vouch for you. And a lot of the times, the people that will vouch for you are people that you are not even connected with right now as we speak. And where would you get these people from? Majority of them will be on LinkedIn because this is where they hang out. This is where professionals hang out. So this is why your LinkedIn needs to be tight. Let me put it that way. A lot of people will say, "Oh, they told me I shouldn't have LinkedIn because um I'm looking for a low level job, and if they see all the jobs that I've done prior to this time, they might not hire me in that entry level job." Right. So people try to give this advice that are not really, not making sense sometimes. As a professional in 2024, you need to have a LinkedIn, regardless of what the situation is. What is going on in the situation I just described there is that you are applying too low. So if you are okay, you have all this great experience, but when you're applying too low. You're a flight risk. Okay, if you apply to that low level job, guess what? In the next 3 months, you see a better job, you're gonna get out of the place. So that's why employers will not take interest in you. But if you apply to the right kind of job for a newcomer that is not too low, where you still have, it's still a little bit challenging for you, that is the solution to that problem that they're now saying that, oh, you don't have to have a LinkedIn, which to me doesn't make any sense. So let's jump right into it. So these are all of the challenges that you will ever that we have over time developed. There's a lot of research effort and work, engaging stakeholders, speaking with job seekers themselves, employers, that got us to this point where we concluded on this is what will help you to integrate sooner in Canada. So the one we are going to focus on today, of course, is the job search strategy. The job search strategy here is socializing your job search. Okay, that already poses a challenge there, because if you're new in Canada, how do you socialize? Yeah, that's what we're doing right here, by the way. You know, that's why I said share your LinkedIn URL, connect with people, take the conversation forward, build some rapport. This is what socializing your job search is. And we will now talk about the LinkedIn as a tool, to support the socialization of your job search. Okay, so that is really what the session here is about. Okay, so LinkedIn analytics. Everybody have this on their LinkedIn. Maybe what I will do is I'll go through this analytics part of things, and then I will now go on LinkedIn and show you what I'm talking about. So you can look at this under your profile. So if you go under your profile, go to a portion that says analytics. All right, so you will see this particular snapshot here, where they talk about your post impressions, the number of followers you have, the number of profile viewers in the past whatever days, and then the search appearances. Now, the one that is really critical here is the search appearances when it comes to optimization. All right, so we will click on that search appearances, and we'll go and look at it to see how you're really doing when it comes to the people you are drawing into your network, because really this is what it's about, right? Remember I said you are coming from a different country, you come here in Canada. Are you still drawing in people who are back home, people who the opportunity they can expose you to is restricted to the home country you're coming from? So this is where you would know that. And the are you attracting the people within your target demography when it comes to the industry, when it comes to the companies that are seeing your profile? Are those that the type of people you are seeing, or you're seeing those that are still back home? So this is what we're trying to look at here. So you'll see the top company searches in this particular one, target demography. You will see the job titles of those who are searching your profile. So this gives you an insight as to what is really going on with your LinkedIn. So you can also see the impression analytics, the target demography, and how people are engaging with your posts, like if you are posting. So that's actually what we will first look at. So let me stop sharing this, and then we'll look at that quickly, because I want this to be something you can, after this session, you can take something home right away and start working on um, getting your LinkedIn optimized. So I'm going to look at my LinkedIn here. I'm going to share it soon. Just give me a second. So I have to log in here because, like I was saying, I didn't. This wasn't the. Okay, so let me use my. No. Okay, we'll try again. I'm going to use. Then I need to log in here because I didn't log in on this one when my Zoom was messing up. Just give me a second here. I still remember my password. So while I'm figuring this out, Bayo, can you share that survey again? Can you guys start taking that survey now so that we can save some time here? So click on that survey. Okay, I think I got a password this time. And start working on that survey while I set up the LinkedIn here. Okay. Yeah, so Bayo just shared the survey. Click on it, take that survey. It's a couple of questions, just kind of figure out what is going on with your LinkedIn, and we'll look at the result together. And you will also see like a result after you've done. What I want you to share with us is where you have the least score. It will give you a kind of a snapshot of what your result after you're done. Okay. Thought I already shoot. Yeah, some people are asking me for Zoom link, and I was wondering if they didn't get the Zoom link immediately after they register, because my record shows that they got that immediately. Uh, yeah, Martins. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Think we're good. Okay, verify using SMS. I don't know why this is not working. Okay, let me use SMS. Okay, 0. Oops. Okay, I think I have my profile ready now. Let me share it on Zoom first. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Bio, does it show on my? Okay, I think it wouldn't show. Let me share it on LinkedIn Live. Uh, Martins. Okay, so Bio, can you check on LinkedIn?
Yep. Okay. Showing on
Okay,
LinkedIn now.
great. Okay, okay. So here is what I was talking about, the analytics. If you go to your profile, so click on your profile. Okay, view your profile, because really this a lot of the thing we're going to do today is going to be on this profile, but there are other areas we will look at. So here is my profile. I will go. Why is it not moving on my screen here? Okay. um I think analytics is supposed to be way up. Okay, so this is it. Show analytics. So this is the screenshot you see on my presentation there. So this search appearances, click on it. Now, this provides to you some idea as to the type of people you are attracting on your LinkedIn, right? If you're a job seekers, you want to attract recruiters, right? You want to attract maybe hiring managers. You want to also attract your colleagues, people who have the same job title as you. So if you look at this, it gives you an idea of the type of people you are attracting. So for somebody sending a message here on LinkedIn. Oh, okay. So if you look at this, you could see the job titles that I was found for. Okay, so these are the job titles that, okay, so let's say it this way. These are the keywords that people are putting on LinkedIn before they saw me. So meaning these keywords, if perhaps are the type of things I want people to be seeing, or that I want the type of searches where I want to be shown, or I want to be coming up, then I should use these keywords in strategic locations on my profile, on my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so we'll talk about where you then use this later. Okay, but for now, LinkedIn is giving you some ideas, some suggestions of the type of things that you should be using as keywords to optimize your LinkedIn profile, apparently, if this is the type of things that you are interested in. So for me, for example, career coach, yeah, I want my name to show up as a career coach, as a job coach, an instructor, project control specialist, SAP consultant, of course. So these are very good, even though, of course, it still needs some type of update. So you also see LinkedIn is actually providing suggestions as well. So this suggestion will also help you to get to know the type of keywords you should be using to optimize your LinkedIn, because these are relevant to you in terms of the type of jobs you're searching, the type of industry you're interested in, etc. Now, here is also another one: top companies your searchers work at. So this is also another interesting one, because the guys that are searching for you, are they actually in Canada? Is their company in Canada, or they're somewhere else? This is also where you would see uh, the names of the recruiters, I mean, of the recruiters companies. So you can actually then go to those recruiters companies and follow those companies. So what I've seen, when I look at this on people's profile, I will see that some of the things that are showing up here is still, they are companies that are back home. They are not actually companies that are here. So in a way, this is giving you an idea that your LinkedIn is not optimized well enough for you to be exposed to the type of opportunities that you are really looking for, which is basically opportunities that are here in Canada, not back home. Okay, so you can also see the titles of the people who are searching for you. So this particular one, you want it to be hiring managers titles, maybe like a senior project manager, senior supply chain professionals, or if you're a data analyst, senior data analyst, So because these are the things you're targeting. Okay, so then it should be those type of people who are searching for you. So this is the top job titles of your searchers. Okay, so this also will give you an idea as to how you're doing when it comes to your searches, or where you are coming up in search results. So that is for this. One thing I also want to note is, I do remember there is a kind of a progress bar that will show on your screen if your LinkedIn is not optimized. It will show you that on your screen. Does anybody have that? Like, it will show you like a kind of a progress bar, and it will say maybe 70% optimized or 80% optimized. Does somebody have that? Anybody have that? Let me look at the result of the survey. Just want to make sure that people are filling that. So so only 12 people have completed the survey so far. We want everybody who are here, at least who are here online, to complete it. Okay, we have 30 people here. I see 27 people registered, but they haven't really completed it. So let's continue working on this while I'm going over this data here. So I was asking a question earlier. Does anyone have a progress bar showing here when they go look at their analytics? If you can indicate, you would see there this icons that you could use to um, yeah, you have the reactions button there. You can use it if you are answering any question.
Sorry, where exactly are we going to find the progress bar?
So it's supposed to show right here under analytics. Do you have anything like that?
Unfortunately, no. Mine just has creator tools after under analytics.
Okay, so somebody here have a progress bar. So Michael Adebayo has a progress bar. So if you have a progress bar, it's showing that your LinkedIn is not optimized. It's not well optimized, because if that progress bar is just showing you how far you have gone in optimizing your LinkedIn. So meaning it still require you to do some work to optimize it. No, Angela, this will be like a progress bar, like this. Forgot what I'll call that now. Like a straight line, but indicating the percentage of completion or the percentage of optimization. That's what it is. Yeah, I used to have it here. Someone, I think they removed it for people who activated their creator tools, is what I believe. Maybe that's why I am not seeing it anymore. Because the person that just said that they didn't see it also had creator tools. Buyer, is it creator tools you also have on your own profile?
Yes, it's creator tools I have on my profile.
Okay, okay. So yeah, somebody said they have zero under impression. So meaning you're not active on LinkedIn. If you have zero under impression, that is you are not posting anything on LinkedIn or not sharing anything on LinkedIn. Okay, so keep it coming. Let me see what the other guys are seeing. So aside from the search appearances that we looked at, you remember we have 4 tabs here. We looked at the search appearances. The one we also need to look at is the okay, let me go back to analytics. This thing is slow for some reason. I don't know. I've clicked on this now a long time ago and it's just so okay, let's look at the post impressions. Okay, so this post impression page is also important. Um, so what do you need to look at on that post impression? I think is the audience that is really important for us here. The audience here is showing you the demography of people who you're interacting with or people who are seeing your posts, right? So you can see mine here. This is the top demography for me here. It's showing the project manager, buyers, essentially the type of people that I want to be interacting with, because as a coach, these are the guys who probably will be interested in my service, right? Um, the optimization link is shared. Oh, okay, okay. I think it's Bio that posted that. Okay, so you can also look at other type of demographic data. So you can look at the locations. Okay, so God forbid that you are showing the home country locations because it means that essentially it's people that are still where you left that are still interacting with your profile, right? So if your profile is optimized for Canada, you should be showing locations in Canada, not locations in Lagos or Abuja or other locations, maybe India and South Asia. You should be showing locations of the place where you really desire to integrate in or to get a job. So that's one other thing you will need to look at here. Then industries. What are the type of industries that you're saying? Kamikun, right? If you want if you want to jump in, you want to raise up your hand or something so that we can address whatever comment or question you have. Yeah, so Angela, you don't have a location, and that says a lot. You don't have a location means that on your settings, you have not indicated the location where you are based. You are not helping LinkedIn, is what they are saying there. Because LinkedIn would then not be able to see how they can prioritize the type of things that they show you, the type of opportunities that they need to show you. They don't know because you don't have a location on your profile. Does that make sense? So aside from industries, maybe you want to look at companies. So these are the kind of companies that pretty much people who are interacting with my engagement are coming from. Government of Manitoba, Suncor, Shell, right? So the reason why this is the case is because when I came newly into Canada, I worked in the, and actually before I came into Canada, I worked in the oil and gas industry. See, now it's showing that the top four companies is showing here apparently is in the oil and gas. And the reason why this is the case is because a large chunk of the people that I connected with prior to coming to Canada are actually people within this industry. Because then I was thinking, oh, I was gonna get a job in oil and gas, right? But that's not the case right now because I'm definitely not into that space for a long time. The space where I am now is in the technology space. So meaning that I also have to fix this, right? So and for those who are foreign trained professionals coming into Canada, you will have the same situation going on. Where those people you are probably connected with who are in your network are majorly people within the industries where you had worked prior to this time. Now, if you are desiring a new industry because of the location where you are right now, apparently there is no oil and gas in Manitoba. So you now need to be attracting people who are in the industry that you desire to get a job. Okay, so this is also a very important information to help you in order to. And why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because data doesn't lie, right? Because the data will give you an idea of what is really going on so that you then know, okay, where you need to fix things, all right? So aside from that, let me see what are things that I want to show you guys here. There are some other settings that we're going to talk about. So because this is then where we need to fix these issues, all right? So we've talked about um give me a second here. I'm just looking through. Okay, so those two, those analytics are okay for now. So we can go back to the presentation and look at what we have from the results of people who have done the survey, hopefully, if they have done it. So I still have 12%, 12 completed so far. 20 registered. I don't know why it's still showing that if you guys are really working on that assignment. Let me see here. Okay, so it's showing that 18 people have, okay, 1%. Okay, so you can see my screen here, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so interesting outcome, right? So here is showing that only 5.3% passed and 18 that consists of 18 people who were not able to get the pass mark, and only one person actually passed out of the 19 people that have done this. So if you have not done this, please continue doing this so that because we need to really see, um, like we really need to see where the issues are. Okay, so I'll go through this with you quickly, because it then connects back to what we'll discuss um, on the slide. Okay, so let's look at the issues here. So the professional headshot, 12%. I mean, 12 people passed out of I believe we have, how many people did this thing anyways? Let me see how many people. 18 plus 1. That's supposed to be 19. So when it comes to professional headshot, only 12 people had professional headshot out of, let's say, 20. Okay, when it comes to background photo, 8 people out of 20 have background photo. Okay, um, so 6 people don't have any background photo that aligns with their brand. Okay, these things are yeah, they are very important. Then the headline. Okay, so here um only 6 people said they have, okay, 7 people have an impactful and concise headline. And then when it comes to those who don't have, let me see, one person doesn't have, that. Then I believe this is your about section. This has to do with your about section. So in terms of your about section, 8 people said they didn't have a compelling one, and 7 says they have. So this is a split. It's a split. So when it comes to which other one do we have here? Your work history. Okay, so a lot of people will complete this part. So we have 10 people, so it's also kind of a split. 10 out of 20 people actually have a well detailed and organized about section. All right. Then the next one here, the educational degree. Yeah, these are the regular ones that people will put on their profile anyways. So we have 11, so it's kind of a split, because we have the others who probably don't have an highly, uh, I mean, completed profile in that sense. Have you listed the relevant skills? So here we see also it's a split. Half of the people haven't done this. And have you included award certifications? Yeah, so this is a situation where we have 5 have included, 7 said they are not included, and 7 said somewhat. Okay, so this is all over the place, so it means a lot of people are not really doing this right. And is your contact information updated? Okay, so 11 people, so this also is split. Let's say half of the people haven't updated their contact information. So if a recruiter wants to reach out to you, that's really then difficult for them to do, right? Profile optimization, custom URL. Okay, so apparently a lot of people also don't have their URL customized. So half of the people don't have their URL optimized. The visibility settings too, more than, okay, so 10, okay, maybe it's 10 out of 20 or 10 out of 19 have not optimized their visibility. I mean, they have not adjusted their visibility settings. So what this is saying is, you can actually be on LinkedIn, and when recruiters are searching, they can't really find you. Even you have all the fantastic stuff on LinkedIn, because your settings has not actually made your profile public. And this is the one that a lot of people who don't want employers or recruiters to see their profile will do, because they say if they see my profile and I'm too qualified, they probably will not call me for the interview. So they go ahead and then block their profile. But then maybe they change their mind at some point, or maybe think their situations has really changed, but then they had forgotten that they have actually not then updated their settings so that people can see their profile. And this will also get in the way, because then they will be missing opportunities that they're supposed to be applying to. Have you chosen updates? So a lot of people don't do this for sure. You don't share updates on your LinkedIn. You don't engage with your network. Um, have you connected with up to 500 professionals in Canada? So this is the first one that I showed you guys, right? So a lot of people are saying that they haven't connected with many professionals in Canada, and 8 are saying they have less than 500. Only one person actually have more than 500 professionals connection in Canada. See, this is basically the first item we talked about, limited professional network, right? Where you are actually not connected with the right people. Don't they say that, you know, it's who you know, right? It says, it's about who you know. So if you don't know people here in Canada, then it's an indication of the type of opportunities you are seeing. It also is also telling you your strategy, that your strategy is actually mostly paperwork based. It's not socialized job search strategy, because this is an indicator of that, right? And it's interesting how many people actually have been able to get up to 500. Now, do you follow over 50 influencer and companies? Right. So this is also another area that I was talking about earlier. This is an in see we saw that data that was showing us the companies or the industries in the analytics, right? Yeah, this points to this result here points to that particular item, right? That data that we saw earlier that is showing you the industries of people who are looking at your profile is because of this. All right. And then, do you regularly share articles? This is also still about engagement. Have you received up to 10 recommendations? So this is also another huge one. And I think a lot of people don't recognize how important this is as a foreign trained professional in Canada. You know, the challenge that you're facing really is about the proof of the work you have done back home. Now, those people you work with back home, you are supposed to get recommendations from them, because if a recruiter sees your profile, or I mean, sorry, a resume, the first thing they would do is they are going to go to your LinkedIn URL. I mean, LinkedIn, because they don't know you from nowhere. Okay, you have this fancy resume, but how are they sure that you really would not be a time waster, that you are really worth taking to the next level? The first place they will come is your LinkedIn. And then they go to your LinkedIn, and if you have good recommendation from your former supervisor, that's the most effective one, that actually a former supervisor gave you a recommendation. That really is a huge one. So I normally recommend that people will get recommendations. You can get recommendations from your former clients, you can get recommendation from your former colleagues, from your former supervisors, from former suppliers. Like, there are a lot of those opportunities that you can actually use to get recommendations, but people don't really think about it, right? So there are other ones around job search, which of course the trends is the same, when it comes to the people that are actually doing this. 17 people responded to this one here. All right. So that is the whole thing. So to just summarize the outcome of this survey here, you could see that quite a number of people don't have their LinkedIn optimized, because these are the key areas that we need to look at to get our LinkedIn optimized. So we'll look at quickly some optimization issues. So let me stop sharing this and share my screen again, where we can see my PowerPoint again.
Sorry, Mr. Pedro, somebody has a question that I think we should quickly address.
Okay.
Where can we set up the recommendations?
Okay, yeah, I'm going to show that right after this. So we will look at that right after this. Okay, so optimization issues. So this is like a kind of a summary of all of the things you saw in that survey. So people have incomplete profiles. So job seekers fail to fully complete their LinkedIn profile, resulting in missing information. So a recruiter saw your profile and they can't really match it with your resume, like you're confusing them. What is going on here? And for some people, they will also have all their side hustles, especially side hustles that don't really align with the jobs you're seeking. It confuses recruiters. They'll be like, okay, is this guy is really an insurance person, or this guy is a project manager? They're confused. So, and you don't want to bring up this type of confusion when recruiters are really looking at your profile for the first time. Now, insufficient engagement. I think you saw that earlier. Job seeker may not be effectively engaging with their network or content. Or like, okay, maybe even content from others. Okay, so the where a lot of people struggle here is they think they have to be the one that come up with this stuff. No, you don't have to. Just share things that you find interesting. That somebody, and this is where we say you should follow influencers or leaders within your target industries. So when they are sharing things that resonate with you, you can then repost it with your own comment. It's as simple as that. and that gets your engagement level up. And guess what? When you share this type of stuff, people within your network would see it, and they also would interact with it. And this will help to improve your impression. And guess what? The person that shared it originally can also see this in their own um, engagement data. So in a way, it helps you to connect with those inactive connections within your LinkedIn. Even it could even help you to bring in some information, or LinkedIn can use those type of activities that you're engaging in to optimize the type of things they share with you. See, that's how it works. Then if this type of things you're sharing is related to, let's say, data analytics, before you know it, you will see that the types of people who are shown in your LinkedIn view analytics is people who are into data analytics, or people who are actually looking at your profile are maybe people who are also interested in the same topic. And this may be senior people, this may be your colleagues, and then you have the opportunity to then connect with them and then take the conversation further and all of that. See, at the end of the day, it's about networking, right? How can we add value to one another? Okay, we'll talk about that later. So last, keyword optimization. So keyword optimization, we'll talk about the analyst area earlier, where we saw the different types of keywords, right, that you need to use to optimize your LinkedIn. So this is what they're talking about here. So in your headline, in your summary, in your experience, all those keywords needs to be sprinkled everywhere, because these same keywords are the keywords that recruiters are using to search for people who have experience or who have skills that are related to those areas. Okay, so be it, if data analytics, for example, will be one of those skills that everybody is looking for. Do you have those type of keywords in important areas of your LinkedIn profile, right? So let's move on. Poor branding. When it comes to branding, it's about your value proposition generally. So when you do your about, uh, what is going on in that about section? Are you telling us a compelling story, a story that gets them curious? Are you letting them know in your headline? Are you letting them know how you add value to an organization, right? Your skills, are you showcasing them in the headline under your profile? Right, so these are things that leads to that relates to branding, and also helps you to uh, it can make it difficult for recruiter to understand a candidate's strength and career goals if those things are not highlighted in your profile. Overlooking settings. So this is also another major one that a lot of people are not doing. So I mentioned the settings, the visibility setting or public settings earlier. There are all the type of settings. There are application settings, there are job search preference settings. So we'll look at those settings later. So inadequate personalization. All right. So this is also another one where you are not really personalizing in terms of your LinkedIn profile, your settings. We'll look at those personalization things. Also your custom URL. People are not also customizing their URL as well. So um so somebody asked question earlier about, okay, where would we do the recommendation and stuff like that. So you will need to go to the add a section on your profile. I'm going to show you now. So one thing I wanted to just point out here is that for you at least to have a decent LinkedIn profile, these things here, you need to have them. The one they call core. So this is core. So start with the basic. Filling out this section will help you to be discovered by recruiters and people you may know. So education, position, career break, if you had any, maybe you had an education, diploma, or whatever, add skills, and then these other ones are recommended that they are additional. So we'll look at that pretty soon, but let me just go through it so that I don't have to be coming back and forth. So the other one here is that you also have to do is about the LinkedIn URL. You need to customize your LinkedIn URL. If you look at your LinkedIn URL, you see all this gibberish there, right? So you want to remove those gibberish so that it's just your name that is showing in that LinkedIn URL. This way, when people are searching for your name, let's say from any other platform aside from LinkedIn, your LinkedIn profile have a better chance of showing up, right? So when you do that, so we will look at this. You can see this one is showing the visibility of your profile and network. We'll look at that this briefly because this is where you need to do those settings we're talking about, especially your visibility on LinkedIn. You can see that one here: profile discovery and visibility of LinkedIn. So a lot of people probably have this even switched off, right? So meaning nobody's seeing you. Then the next one here is the job search settings. We will talk about this. So this is basically how to indicate if you're job searching, your preferences in terms of the job titles you're looking for, the location, and so many other things that you can put in here. So that way LinkedIn can show you the right information that will help in your job search. This is also another one in terms of your interest. Are you indicating that you are interested in job search, or you're just sitting there and you're not showing to LinkedIn that okay, this person is job searching, so that they can use those things to optimize for the type of information you see when it comes to jobs. So job alerts is also another good one. You want to indicate the type of jobs you are looking for. So these are also ways to optimize. And verification, I think everybody have access to this. They probably would have prompted you, but also verification is important so that they know that there is authenticity behind the person that they are engaging, especially recruiters. And then resumes and application data. So this is also another very important one. So this was different actually. When I was preparing for this presentation, I realized that they've changed this. What we normally do before is we will upload your resume, and LinkedIn will generate some keywords that you're supposed to have in your profile. But I think this might actually be more effective. So this time around, they want you to upload your resume. So they will now capture all the important keywords in that resume and will be somewhere in your metadata on LinkedIn. So this metadata that they have of all of those keywords will then be used in generating the types of maybe the type of person that is seeing your profile, or the recruiters that are looking for those type of skills and things, other type of things that they can use that for. So it's like you giving your data over to LinkedIn to help you optimize your job search. All right. So this is the other one here. So I think that's it. We'll go to LinkedIn now where I will show all of this. I just had to do that to save time, so I'm not just going back and forth, back and forth. We'll lose a lot of time there.
Quick one. There's an interesting question here that I'd like you to just quickly look at.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from Yusuf. And it says some of us are looking to change field based on the current job market here. Do you advise creating a new LinkedIn or modifying the details in the current LinkedIn to the new field they are targeting?
Um, yeah, that's a good question. But from my own experience, what I have found is if you are going to change your so you are in a career transition, basically, that's what it is. You can be open with that. You don't have to hide anything. Let it be all front and center of your LinkedIn that you are going through a career transition. And what is important though that I like to let people know is when you are doing a career transition, they will, like they always advise, people get all these sort of advices that you should hide what you're doing currently. Nah, don't hide what you're doing currently. Put what you're doing currently there, but only show what is relevant to the job you are applying to going forward. So if I work as a customer service, and apparently my previous experience was as a project manager, and I'm doing customer service right now. Now, what are those things you are doing in that customer service role that are relevant to a project management role? Those are the only thing you should show in your experience. Don't show any other thing that doesn't have anything to do with a project manager's role. And as much as possible, the job title itself, you can tweak it to something that is related to project management. You can tweak it to maybe operations management, operations manager, or whatever, something that you know will be relatable, right? uh, I'm careful of saying that because I know a lot of people will start being creative with, putting in all sort of things that don't make sense at the end of the day. But in order to be transparent, you can actually show the job title of what you're doing right now. I've worked with a lot of people who did that, that that didn't get in their way of transitioning to the job they actually want. All they had to do is just show the functions you are performing in that current role that are relevant to the job you're seeking. It's as simple as that. And this also will save you a lot of headache, because I see a lot of situations where people will be sending resumes out, and the resume now maybe they are targeting a project manager job, and then they now tweak everything on their LinkedIn to suit this project manager's job. You can't keep up, because then there will be another job you're applying to, and you wouldn't realize that, oh, I need to go to LinkedIn to go and tweak it to, yeah, you can't keep up with that. Just be consistent and let them see where you are on your journey in your career transition, on your career growth, or on your job search. That is okay. But essentially keep the things that are relevant on your LinkedIn to the job that you are transitioning to. I hope that makes sense. So I think I see a couple of questions here. The one that relates to, I will answer this question, but I want to just, because I want to make sure you go away with something today. I will quickly go through those things that I talked about earlier. So here, let's quickly go through this. So this is my LinkedIn profile. All right. So this is the most important real estate on LinkedIn.
You're not sharing anything.
Oh, my bad. Just in a second, let me share. Can you see it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's do that on LinkedIn too. Can you see it on LinkedIn now?
Yes.
Okay. So in terms of your optimizing your LinkedIn, this is the most important real estate on your page. This place needs to show keywords that are very strong and very aligned with the jobs you're searching for. As you will see on my screen here, I am showing right even after my name, I'm showing my certifications right there. I'm showing even my main career. You can see it's against me. It's just like there's a way you can do this where everything they post or where they tag you or everything, these things will be going with it. So the fact that I'm a supply chain career coach is showing right after my name. So if anybody tags my name, all of this is showing there, right? And the other one here is the headline. This headline also, we were talking about branding earlier. So you can see the element of branding here. I also talk about how I help. So this is the value proposition here, helping BIPOC professionals land jobs in 90 days. Top 15 career coach. I also talk about being awarded 2020 Canadian Immigrants Impacting Supply Chain, founder of Australia Project, and also mentioned supply chain transformation consulting. So for you guys who are job seeking, those keywords that are important to the jobs you are targeting is what should be showing here. So, for example, if you have a certification, if you have a particular keyword about a particular tool like Primavera, or you use SAP ERP, because this area is the most optimized, area in your LinkedIn profile. So all of those important keywords needs to show here to optimize your profile. So we mentioned earlier you need to have 500 plus connections. All right. So the other thing that you guys were talking about is this add profile section. Did you see this? Add profile section. So I'm going to click on that. So I showed you this earlier on my PowerPoint. On my PowerPoint, right? So you can see the core, add education, add position, add career breaks, add skills. So recommended. So you see, add recommendations. Okay. So click on add recommendations, and all those guys you work with back home, be it suppliers, your former supervisors, former colleagues, send send 20. Okay, it doesn't take you anything to send 20, but don't just send and say, oh, just type whatever. You can even write what you want them to write on your recommendation. You can suggest what you want them to write on your recommendation. So you can search for people. So these people that you want them to recommend you, they need to already be on your connection list on LinkedIn, right? So that's very important. I hope that answered that question. So these are some of the personalization you need to do on LinkedIn. Um, so you can see the other areas as well. So under this recommended, you can add licenses and certifications, add featured. So if you have worked on a very important, a lot of you have these things and you're not really showcasing them. So sometimes when I feel like this is really painful that you did great stuff while back home, but you're not showcasing them. Like if you worked on, an USAN, EMP project, FPSO project, like this is where you need to put this type of a thing. And you can also show like even the URL to that project. You can put them here. If you were done a presentation, in the past in your previous career or in your previous employment, now load this thing here, right? Because this is marketing basically, because they can see what you've done in the past, and this is a proof that you have the stuff. Like you don't need them to get you to an interview before they will be able to, they will now be asking you that. Get them curious with all these things. Like, oh, if this guy has done something like this before, then I want to speak to this guy. Especially if that thing is related to the job you're applying to. So these are the things that you need to do differently. So you see the art projects here. Okay, so add projects, so you can add some of the major projects that you've done because these are part of your achievements that a lot of people are not leveraging. Even the skills you applied in those roles, you can also include those skills there. All right, so when recruiters are searching on LinkedIn, those skills, because you have tagged them to your profile, you will come up in their search, right? So these are the things that you need to do when it comes to the optimization. So there is the one, we will look at those ones later. Let me just go through here. You can see the about section. You can also see it's showing my top skills here as ERP. The reason why it's showing my top skills as ERP is because I've gotten a lot of endorsement. Okay, so there are people who have actually indeed confirmed that these guys know ERPs. Okay, so that's why you are seeing that it's showing my top skills as ERP. So these are the people who endorsed my ERP skills, right? So these are friends, colleagues, or people whom I've interacted with. And these are things you can do for yourselves. You're connecting with people here. If there are people who are within your profession, how about ask them to endorse your skills, right, on LinkedIn, right? And you also do the same thing for them, guys. This is marketing, okay, essentially, right? So that will help you to boost your endorsement, and that will help to highlight your skills in that sense. Okay, so here is another, let me see another thing that I want to show here. These are engagements. Yeah, so certifications, educations, all of these, volunteering. You can see the skills. See, I have 53 skills here. So this is a section that you also need to sit down, and all of those skills that you have in your resume, that you highlighted in your resume, type them here. Okay, upload them here. So you can see all the skills that I am known for here: supply chain consulting, integrated supply chain management, supply chain software, SAP material management, Microsoft Dynamics, SAP Ariba, training delivery, data analytics. So you can see the number of endorsements also that are indicating, people have actually endorsed me because they have interacted with me, or they have used my skills in one way or the other relating to those, or based on maybe previous engagement that I had with them. I've demonstrated that I'm very versatile in those areas. So this is my project. You can see I worked on a Churchill Maritime Observatory project based at our Churchill. I was the category lead there. Renovation and conversion of an active research vessel. I have other projects. I've actually not updated this because I have several other projects that I need to put here now. Now that I'm not in oil and gas, so these are pretty much oil and gas stuff, right? So you need to showcase this because this is the thing that gets them curious beyond just your paperwork, which is resume, right? So the other ones that I want to show you guys is the settings. So you see what I just did now? I click on my picture here and I click on settings and privacy, right? Okay, setting and privacy. So you can see all types of settings that you can do here as far as your LinkedIn is concerned. This is where you take control. Okay, so I think it was Angela before that didn't have location. So you can come here and then update that. You can provide your location information here. Yeah, this thing is slow. Come on. So you can make those changes here relating to your basic information. Um, I even have a recording about how to pronounce my name here. I think this one here, name pronunciation, my headline. So you can change your headline here. Industry, I don't know why it's showing event services. Come on. I'm gonna have to tweak that. Like I didn't even notice that's what it's showing. There may be an error for whatever reason. So you can see my location is showing here, right? And you can also edit your contact information or update if you haven't updated that. You can also have this custom button. This custom button is something you can have like you can put on your website, where people maybe in your bio somewhere, people click on that and then it will bring them to LinkedIn, right? So let's leave that one. I'm going to close this because what I really want to get to is a visibility one because I want you guys to fix some things regarding your visibility on LinkedIn. So we'll go back to that settings, but here we'll go to visibility this time. So let's click on visibility. So visibility of your profile and network. Okay, profile viewing options, your name and headline, edit your public profile. So let's look at this public profile here. Okay, so if anybody is not on LinkedIn and they're just searching for my name, let's say on Google, this is what will show to them. All right, so this is what they would see. So one thing you will see here is that you can see all that information that are critical, serial projects, and blah blah blah. My about section. So this is what somebody is seeing on Google. So this person is not even on LinkedIn, and they can also see the about. They can see some articles that I wrote about building rapport and strategic relationships in Canada. What else? I did one contribution thing. So this is also a very good one. These contributions are maybe some topics where you can also showcase your value proposition. It's actually generated by AI, so it will prompt you to, share your insights about this particular type of topic. So this is also something that will help to increase your value proposition on LinkedIn. You can see all my experiences are showing. I want you guys to actually look at this on your end because it's possible that you've blocked all of these things on your profile, you know. So you need to make sure you see it. What is going on in? So these are my license and certifications, courses, projects, the one you saw earlier, honors and awards, languages, organizations, and then you can see all the recommendations here, right? So I have about 19 more recommendations that is not showing. What else here now? Now, so this is where I was going actually. So did you see edit your custom URL? So you can actually edit your URL. Just click on this pencil here. Now, what you will see at this moment is if you haven't edited your URL, you will see some garbage numbers after after it mentions your name. So click on that pencil thing and remove all those garbage and leave only your name there. Okay, that's really what is important. Okay, so you can also do some settings on the content that people are seeing. So this is also the visibility. So see the visibility here. If I switch this off right now, nobody will see my LinkedIn outside of LinkedIn if I just switch this off. So this is my public visibility. So you want to check to make sure that this is actually on, right? Then you also have the ability to, make all of this public, right? So if you look at all of these and they are not public yet, you want to make sure they are all public, that they are showing on your public profile. Okay, if there's anything here that is not showing, you want to make all of them public. So you can see these radio buttons here. You can also indicate, so you see some profile, they don't have photos. So the reason why they don't have photos is that they also have tweaked something here so that anybody that is not connected with them would not see their photo. So if you want them to see your photo, apparently you have to make this public. Okay, make this public. And then profile photo, if you want only one first degree connections, your network, or LinkedIn members to see your photo, then you can click on any of those. For mine, I think everybody is seeing is why it's not showing anything at this moment. But just to make sure everybody see my photo, I'm going to click on this. Okay, all LinkedIn members, but public also can see. So the other one restricted to just LinkedIn members. This one is public. Okay, so you want to make sure that that is public as well. So that is the visibility settings that I want to show you guys. But I think there's still another one that I want to show you guys. This has to do with job preferences, the one we looked at on the PowerPoint earlier. And then we can see if there's still any other questions. Let's look at the other questions here. Let me see. Okay, I think I answered the question about having two fields of experiences, qualification, teaching, and administration. How do I tweak my LinkedIn? Teaching and administration. Yeah, like I said earlier, your LinkedIn needs to be consistent. If you are an administrative person and this is your career goals and objectives, then you need to personalize your profile to, or let's say customize it to show you as an administrative person, but the teaching thing might just be then one of those where you indicate the activities that are relevant to an admin role. It has to be one or the other. So if it's your career objective, your career goal is to be to grow in your teaching profession, then maybe you want to make it a teaching profile, okay, a teaching career profile, and then the admin one is also going to be there as part of the job you're doing, but then only indicate the things that are relevant to the teaching experiences in that admin role entry. So it has to be one or the other, because if you just make it in a way that is confusing, it's the problem here is that the brain in a way has a way it works. If somebody comes to your profile and you're using up their brain energy, it's just a turn off. But if they see your profile and they see, okay, well, okay, yeah, well, this person is an admin person, and then maybe he has some teaching experience, um, and the roles that are here are related to admin. It makes it easier for them to see where you are on the journey and what you are doing. Than having some people advising about maybe having two different profiles. I don't know. So that's my response to that. You need to determine one transferable skill you have. Okay. Okay, it's Bio that wrote this one. Any other question here? So there is no limitation to the number of keywords we can put in that section. So I think is it the skills one that this person is talking about? Um, yeah, okay. Then by your does not updating to LinkedIn provide impact visibility. No, no, that shouldn't be any problem with visibility. So Angela, you're talking about if you don't have premium package that that will impact your visibility. No, those are standard settings. Regardless of what type of package you have on LinkedIn. Any other question? Okay, so I think we covered that. But if you guys have any other questions, you can let me know. But let me go to the job search preferences now. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit tricky to get to see these things. I think it will still be on my profile. So I click on my profile there. Um, Let me see. Mm. Okay, let's go to the job. Okay, so here it is. This whatever they call this again. This is showing you the job tools that are here on LinkedIn. Can you see what I just clicked now? More. I clicked on more. So the first thing you click is this one here. Click on this, the little bag. Okay, I think we have somebody. Um, you have the little bag here. Click on it, and then you would see this page. Then you go here under more, click on preferences. Yeah. Now under preferences, you can see the other tab that I showed earlier in my presentation, right? Um, Now you can see my interest here is showing off for open to work, okay? Because I'm not looking for a job. So this is why this is off. But for you guys who are job seekers, you need to make sure this is on. All right. So click on that arrow. Now you will see this other tab, which I showed earlier. So you can now type the job titles that you are targeting here. So click on this. Actually, LinkedIn has a list of job titles that you can pick from here. So if I'm targeting like a contract specialist, so I'm using Angela now, specialist. So you can see already brought up a list of different roles that you can put here. So I'll click on contract specialist. So it has added it there as one of those roles that I'm exploring. And then I think you can add up to 5. Yeah, if I remember, up to 5. So if you're also targeting, let's say, procurement officer, you can also just add it to it. All right. So your location types, what type of jobs do you want? You want on-site, you want hybrid, or you want remote? Some of us don't have any choice, so we'll put in everything there. Okay. If it's contract, we'll take it. If it's hybrid, we'll take it. If it's remote, we'll take it, right? So, but if you're strictly looking for a remote job, then maybe you will switch off these ones and then switch on this one, something like that. And you can also add your location. So this is also an interesting feature because it's possible that you are based in Winnipeg, for example. So you would have changed that earlier, where we did the privacy settings. You'd have put that there, okay, your location there. But then it's possible that you are looking for jobs in other locations, right? Maybe um, you want to move, you're still currently in Winnipeg, you want to, relocate to Calgary. So you can actually put Calgary here even while you are in your current location. So this way, LinkedIn also is able to then show you opportunities that are related to Calgary. All right. So the other one is you can see immediately I'm actively applying. So you can select that if you're actively applying. You can also see employment types, full-time, part-time, contract, temporary, whatnot. And the other one here, visibility. So here, even though you have indicated these things, do you want everybody online to see it, where maybe your current your current employer would see that you're looking for a job, right? You don't want that, right? So you now have an option to actually hide it from all LinkedIn members and just select recruiters only. So you want it to be visible to only recruiters, right? So that's what you will click. And then once you are done, make sure you hit on save. Okay. So any questions on this one? Um, okay, that is clear. All right. So let's back out because I'm not saving this. I'm gonna discard it. Just want to leave it as it is. So here is the other one that you need to look at. This is job alerts. I didn't show that on the slide, but the job alerts here is this pushes jobs that you are looking for. So when they post jobs on LinkedIn, from recruiters, from companies, it would push these jobs to you because you have already indicated that you are interested in these jobs, right? So you could see on my own is supply chain instructor, procurement. In fact, you don't have any limit to which you can write the type of jobs you're looking for here, as much as possible. Um, so you can also see there's a little feature here that it says get recommended jobs based on your profile and activity. So make sure this is on as well. Okay. So I'm going to back off. Yeah, the other one here, I think this is mandatory, I believe. Basically, this helps to confirm that you are a real person. You are not just impersonating another person. So this is also very good to have. At least they confirm that, okay, yeah, you have been able to confirm with um, your government ID that this is a real person. So when a recruiter is actually reaching out, they know they are reaching out to the real person. So if you haven't done that, you can do that as well. But I don't think it's a big deal. So let me back out again. I think, yeah, the last one that I've not really talked about is under this job thing again. Click on more, then go to application settings. All right. So under the application settings here, you want to put your resume, you want to load your resume here. I talked about this earlier. So this will help LinkedIn to pick all the important keywords on your resume and will load it into your profile so that it will help LinkedIn to prioritize information that are relevant, or when recruiters are searching, then your profile is likely to come up because LinkedIn has been able to pick those skills and then upload it as a metadata, okay, into your profile in your database. Okay, so share resume data with recruiters. So that's what they are saying here. Recruiters can view skills and experiences from your saved resumes when they search and view profiles, right? So it's also a very great tool for those who are job searching. Yeah, I think those are the ones that I really want to focus on when it comes to the LinkedIn optimization. Um, so let me go to the PowerPoint, so that we can discuss the last item on the PowerPoint. We end the session on there. Let's go here. I think somebody was asking question if this session is going to be available. Yes, this session is going to be available on our YouTube. So let me put this YouTube link here so that you can actually, I also want you to support my YouTube. I have several things there. Some of the things that I'm not going to talk about today, you will actually see it on my YouTube, because I've done some videos where I went into details on those things. So this is my YouTube. Let me see. Let's go here because we're also streaming on that YouTube. So if you are not able to join for whatever reason, you can also go to this YouTube and just watch from there. So it's going to be available there because it's being recorded there on YouTube as well. So please go to my YouTube and subscribe. I'm trying to increase the subscribers here. You see, I'm still at 190 and I'm still going to 1,000, okay, at a minimum. So please help to support my YouTube there. And it's also a place where you will always find my sessions here, even past sessions. So if I want to show you quickly the sessions we've had in the past, so we've had PMP, newcomer welcome, and onboarding. So if you miss anything, it's possible for you to get it here. A mock interview for supply chain planning, language barriers, navigating social cultural barriers, mock interviews, um, job search, negotiating social cultural barriers with Gabriela. So we had a guest here, and several other information. Oh, really? Okay, so let me share my screen here. Sorry about that. Give me a sec. So this is what I actually was going to share with you. So you can see the things that I've done before. I've done this. See, this one is actually 3 years ago. How time flies, eh? So I talked about how to use LinkedIn networking to find a job. So I want you to go and watch that. I did a deep dive into using LinkedIn for job search here. This is how to increase engagement. I'm sure people who are on let me see, people who are on LinkedIn are probably not seeing what I'm sharing, so give me a second here to make sure that I share with them as well. Entire screen or Chrome tab. Okay, let's share this. Also share the audio. Okay, share. Okay, but you can see it on LinkedIn now, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so there you have it, guys. Where is it again? Okay, so how to increase engagement on LinkedIn, how to increase to 500 plus connections. So like I said, you want to increase to a minimum of 500. I talked about how you can do that without sweat. A lot of people get fixated on, oh yeah, somebody, I send a request to connect with somebody, the person didn't connect with me. It's none of your business, right? Just keep on requesting. All right. And I will talk a bit more about those challenges and why we have those situations and how you can get things better. You can get better connections. People that will connect with you and all that. So I talk a lot deeper into that. I think there is another one here: top 5 LinkedIn profile tips. So here I talk about some of the things I share with you today. Actually, you will find them in that particular one. um yeah, so I did a lot stuff on LinkedIn that you can look at. So I'm gonna leave it at that, but again, support my campaign. I've only seen one person subscribe. We need to have everybody here. You are 31 here, please. I need this to cross to 200 and above. Please do that now. Don't hesitate. We need it to.
So, can you put the link, your YouTube link on the chat?
Okay,
Let's see
yeah,
how we can.
I will do that. You can also help me do it on LinkedIn as well. All right. So let me see LinkedIn optimization. So let me see if I can share that here as well. Optimization. So let me see if I can share that here as well. Optimization. So let me see. This is not showing me if I can share that here as well. Optimization. Yeah, I wanted to make it color. Let me see. This is not showing me if I can share that here as well. Okay, no problem. We'll get out. Yeah, I wanted to make it color. Let me see. Okay, there you go. Let's see if people still need the link or you're connecting already. So I can see 193. Come on, guys, let's keep it to 200. I won't move away until it gets to 200, yo. How about that? Can you share? Oh, you mean my LinkedIn profile? Okay, so let me share that with you as well. And Bio, also share your LinkedIn profile so that they can connect with you.
I've done that.
Okay. Okay, so that's my LinkedIn profile there. The other link that I will share with you guys is I will share with you my Calendly. So if you have specific questions that are specific to you, you need mentoring, you need coaching, you need training. Yeah, so this is the one that I will share with you. I will have a 15 minutes um you know call on the phone with you where we can quickly look at some of your job search challenges, and we'll be able to make some recommendations on how to get you to integrate as soon as possible. And also it's possible that you just need to do one or two things in terms of training. Someone said they can't see the YouTube link. Really? Is any other person having trouble with the YouTube link?
Yeah, not on the chat, please. Yeah, it's like your chats are not showing to everyone.
Oh, I know what is going on. This silly thing, eh? Like it's sending it to Olu for whatever reason. So I'm going to reshare it. I know what is. Thanks for letting me know. Because this happens every time. It just shows it going to somebody else by default. And if I don't know, I'll just think that you guys are seeing my stuff. So it's only Olu that was saying it. Okay. Which one? So the other link that I said I was going to share for those who want to have like a quick chat with me for 15 minutes. I think I had to recopy that because yeah, that's it. So everybody should see all those links now. Okay, we're still at 195. 195 going. Okay, we're at 201 now. Okay, keep it coming, keep it coming. So let's look at the remaining slide now. I think I just have a couple of stuff there. The stuff that I have remaining is actually about networking, which actually is also very critical, which I'm going to share my screen here now that we have that sorted out. So for those who we have not seen on camera all this time, please can you show your face? Let's see what you have going on there. Let's connect with you. Connect the name to the face. Even if just for some few minutes. Yeah, I can see Onimisi, Omowumi, Yusuf. Who else? So okay, Mansour is here. Alabayo, okay. Bayo, I think I've connected with Bayo before. Who else is there? Um, so let me see. Okay, so let me share on LinkedIn now because I have to also share on LinkedIn. That's the silly thing about this stuff, eh? Okay. Yeah, I think we're good now. So let's just round up here with the networking part of it. I think it's a difficult one, right? It's the one that most people find difficult. So, in terms of the networking one, networking, like I just want to put it out there that networking is about adding value to your connections and nurturing relationship with new contacts. So it's one thing to connect with people, it's another thing to actually add value to them. That's really the difficult part, because you can you can have people connect with you, but if you're not engaging them, like it's not really adding any value, and in that sense, you wouldn't really be um forgotten the way they say it now. See, you don't want to approach somebody randomly and be asking them for a job referral. You want to have done that homework in advance, that you build this relationship with them, and then later when a job post appears in their company, they wouldn't say they don't know you at that time, because you've really taken genuine interest in building relationship with them. And it's not just because of this job they posted in their company yesterday that you are now randomly reaching out to them. Nobody wants that. Everybody goes to a network for something. So it is each person's job to actually know what that person is looking for. So you need to take interest in the other person's journey, in the other person's needs first. And that is really the foundation of building network. If you approach somebody and you're all about yourself, what can I get out of this? Can you help me? Or being pushy and needy, I'm looking for a job, blah blah blah. But nobody wants that, because the other person you are actually talking to, that they also need something. Have you asked about their needs first? And once you know their needs, have you actually tried to see how you can help with their own needs? Because if you're able to do that, no matter how little that thing is that you do for them, they will take interest in your own journey. They will ask you, okay, the job you're looking for, how is it going? Blah, 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 blah. Do you have a resume? Can I share with my friends? Because you already did your own work. If you approach them in the other way about being pushy and needy, nobody's going to respond to you. That's why a lot of people don't get responses on LinkedIn. That's simple as that, you know. And the other side of it is what we have talked about earlier. Like, you need to have a recognizable brand on LinkedIn, so that when you request to connect, they can really see that you have something to offer. And that way it's no brainer for them to connect with you. But if they go to your LinkedIn, they don't see any picture. You want to connect with me, you don't have a picture. I don't know how that works, so, because the person will just walk away, like they will ignore your request to connect. They go to your profile, nothing is sparse, like nothing. I mean, they don't know the person that they are connecting with, so they might as well just walk away or ignore your request. So you need to do the homework when it comes to these things. Like I said, the networking thing is a whole kettle of fish by itself. So I'm gonna leave this for now. But for now, these are the things you need to do differently using LinkedIn with network. Join relevant industry groups. That's on LinkedIn. You'll find all of those groups on LinkedIn. Personalized connection requests, like know about those guys, not just reach out and say, I'm looking for a job, I'm new in Canada, blah blah blah. Follow and engage with key influencer thought leaders, the type of things they are sharing. So as you are connecting with your colleagues here, when they share stuff, share with them, post, like repost their stuff, all those type of things is really what help to build your network. Because at some point there will be some, rapport that you build in that process that will lead to the next level. Showcase your expertise. So don't just sit on LinkedIn and not be sharing stuff that are relevant, some, stuff that are of interest to you, or stuff that are, that are really important for you, because that's how employers actually then, or recruiters actually know about your value proposition without really meeting you in person. They can see the type of things you're doing on LinkedIn, right? Showcase your expertise, because I think that's I think I missed this particular one. Reach out to professionals in your field for informational interviews. So this one is about informational interviews. So when you reach out to them, connect with them, and you're able to be rapported with them, the next level is to set up some type of a face-to-face or a Zoom, where you can know more about them, and then you could share your own journey as well. And this really what building network is about: adding value to one another. So if you take that steps, of always thinking about what can I do for that person, I think it would really go a long way when it comes to LinkedIn as a tool for job search. So for more information about how to do all this stuff, like I said earlier, go to my YouTube. You would find all of those deep dive. Maybe hopefully later we can do the networking one. So that's how I'll leave for now. I've shared all the information that you would need if you want to, engage with me to take this further beyond what you have learned today. But I want to believe that everybody found value in what we did today. So if you found value in what we did today, can you share your screen? Let's have a thumbs up here, a comment or something of that sort. Let's see your camera. Let's see you in camera. I'm gonna take this screenshot and also share it with my network so they know what we're doing here, just so you know. So where are the thumbs up? I am not seeing thumbs up here. Uh, and where are the folks? I can see Luke now. I think Luke joined us the last time. Great to see you again. Michael probably joined us for the first time, right? Clara is also for the first time. Onimisi, yeah, I think I've seen Onimisi before. Dele is behind camera. Ifunaya, Yusuf, yeah, Yusuf. Nice to see you, Yusuf. Nice to have you here, everybody. And that's why we'll close it today. Thank you, Bio, for supporting. I want to tell you that this really helped because I would have been the one struggling with all of this myself. I wouldn't really have been able to focus. And when it comes to presenting like this, there's some type of anxiety that like really happens when you're doing this. So imagine now on top of that anxiety, you are then now the one also trying to figure out this, grapple with this and all that. Like it wouldn't really work. So I want to give thanks to Bio as well. A round of applause for Bio as well for making this work and making this smooth for us. Thanks. Hoping to connect with you guys later. Next week, we are hoping to have a mock interview for project managers, so facility managers. So if that aligns with your career path, or you're actively job searching as a project manager, facility manager, reach out to me to interview as a candidate. We'll bring in some of the guys who have been here for long in that career to help facilitate it, and hopefully that will also be another valuable session for us. Thanks, and have a great weekend, guys. It's sunny out there. Hopefully catch up with family, and I'll try to do the same here. Bye for now. Hi, everyone. So I'll leave it on for some time in case you still have some links you want to use there. It will be on, even though I'm gonna be out of camera. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
You're welcome. You're welcome.